Welcome back, guys. Continuing with the Taranis series playlist, it is now time to bind our receivers. This time I'm covering the FrSky X4R-SB. This one, it looks different from yours because I've modified it, but really if I were to put the cover back on, it would look just like yours, just without the pins. I've just soldered my wires directly to the board, but there is no difference. But we need a way to apply power to this receiver to bind it. The best way to do that is to go ahead and put it on your flight controller. Now, some flight controllers can power the receiver with only the USB cable attached. Some flight controllers don't have that feature. In that case, you would have to plug in a LiPo battery to get power to your receiver. This specific flight controller can power the receiver with only the USB, so I will be doing it that way. You know it's getting power whenever you get the blinking red light. But we don't want power right now, so disconnect that and put it to the side. Now let's get our Taranis out.
Welcome to OpenTX.
Press the menu button to go to your model that you want to bind the receiver for. Press the page button once. You can scroll all the way down, but instead I just scroll up to go to the bottom of the page. For the X4R-SB, you actually want to be in the D16 mode, so set that. Also, it has 16 channels, so set your channel range from 1 to 16. Now, choose your receiver number if you have already bound another different type of receiver. If you press enter and then press enter again and it doesn't give you a warning or message saying that that one's already been used, then you're fine. If you do get that message, then you will have to press enter and then go up one number and then press enter again. And that's basically it. Now you just want to press the bind button and it's going to chirp. Yeah, it's really annoying. Now going back to your receiver, you want to you see this little black button? This is your failsafe button. You want to hold that button down while applying power. So I will get my USB cable and not plug it in, just get it ready to plug in. Now I will hold the button down and plug the USB in. Now I'm getting the solid green light and flashing red light. At that point you can release the button. Now remove the power. Go back to your Taranis. Press the enter button to make it stop chirping. You can now exit back to your main menu, but leave it turned on. Go back to the receiver and flight controller. Apply power. And now I am getting the solid green light. If you have the solid green light, then you are now finished. The bind was successful. If you have a solid green light and a solid red light, then that means you have a conflict between the firmware of the receiver and transmitter itself. And I don't mean the version numbers or anything like that. What I mean is there is a international version of firmware and there's also a EU version of firmware. If you have both green and red lights turned on and solid, then that means they are mix matching. One has the EU firmware, one has the international firmware. You will have to change one or the other to make them both match. Once they match, then you can rebind it and you will get the solid green light. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you have not been watching the Taranis playlist and you just randomly found this video, I will place a link in the description below for you so you can follow along with that playlist. I show you many great things with the Taranis. And that does it for this time, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.